Yeah, bout my blues, ayy. Get a clue, get a clue, ayy. Bout my blues.
It's your boy Brandon, and I gotta give praise, shout out, all the glory goes to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Blessings to all you brothers and sisters watching me on this live today, on this lesson today, man. I wanted to talk to you brothers and sisters, but mostly brothers, because I'm gonna be honest, that's who mostly watches my videos, about the reason why you had a lot of wicked people in your life. You had a lot of shitty people in your life. You had a lot of people who, quite frankly, did not have your best interests at heart. And you got to understand something. The way our society works, the way this matrix works, is that when you look at shit on a surface level, who you're looking at? The people that you're around. On a surface level, these people look like this shit. You are, oh bro, you got money. Oh bro, you that nigga, bro. You be drinking, you be smoking, you be doing your thing. But when you start to get to understand and realize what most people are truly about, you start to realize, like, man, it's a lot of fucking shitty ass people. It's a lot of dickhead ass people. It's a lot of people who, quite frankly, aren't who they say you were, man. Shout out to that football coach. We are who they thought we were. Whatever he said, man. But you got to understand that when you start to realize who these people are behind closed doors, or when they're drunk, or when they're high, you start to understand how shitty they are. And the reason why, you know, you're not able to see is because they put a mask on, bro. This society, people wear masks. But what does the Most High say? Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. You see, the thing you brothers got to understand is that when you're living your life, you're only seeing what people project to you. Like Batman, that nigga wears a mask. But when you actually see who a person is, it's not until you start to get more and more invested in them. Why do you think, you know, a lot of brothers like Judah and other red pill guys be like, hey man, look, don't marry that chick. Judah be like, hey, you don't know a chick until you vetted her for years, or until you've actually lived together with her, or you've had a kid or marriage with her, because then she gets what she really wanted. You must understand, in this society, most people are covetous. Most people, you know, only do things because they want you. You know, if you brothers, let's actually just go through it. I think that was in 1 Corinthians, man, where the Most High, or one of the disciples of Yahweh Shai, he was talking about the society, and he was talking about how people would be in the last days, and how they would all have like a very covetous nature, man. Let me see if I can find it for y'all real quick. Chapter 3. So remember what we talked about, a few brothers on the Bible study. It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. What that really means is that they did not have a natural want to be your friend, to be your family member. Most people only really want you for certain things. You know, I gotta call somebody out, man, but my former basketball coach, man, when I first met him, you know, he's like, oh, I see this kid out here, he's playing basketball and all these things, and, you know, me and him would train. And as I got to know him, I was like, man, you was such a great man, bro. You know, you helped me out with the basketball, man. You giving me an opportunity, man. You know, your son, he's playing you know, NAIA type level basketball, man. You a great man. You saved my life. And I realized that he was snake as shit. He was a snake oil salesman. He's like, yeah, you know, I love you like a son, Brandon. Yeah, man, you know, I would do anything for you. But as I started to slowly get away from him and get away from the basketball and all these things, I started to receive less calls. As I stopped doing the basketball thing, his son, his son that was doing basketball, started to receive less calls. His son would only hit me up when a nigga needed a ride. His son would only hit me up when he needed some money. The coach that I had would only hit me up when he had a fucking game going on, when he needed a ride, when he, you know what I'm saying, he needed somebody to support him. But he never hit me up to say, hey Brandon, how you doing, bro? How your business been doing? It was always some cliche, oh hey, how's your grandma? How you doing? Oh, by the way, can you do this for me? Because he didn't give a fuck about me, man. And the thing that he was a snake. He was a wolf in sheep's clothing, man. And the thing is that he was a guy who said he was Christian. He'll go to Easter. He did all these quote unquote Christian holidays, and he would go to church. but he wasn't really walking in the ways of the Most High. And you have to understand, if you don't have the protection of the Most High on you, you are going to meet wicked people, because the majority of earth, 90 to 95% of people out here are wicked. Whether they call themselves Christians, they call themselves Muslims, they call themselves, Protestant church, Catholics, because at the end of the day, they don't have the actual protection of the Most High behind them, because the Most High, he watches over the good and evil. He controls the good and the evil. And you got to understand, the Most High is not working with these other nations, and especially you Jakes, man. Those of you who have not actually been awoken, who have actually been given the lenses that the Most High has used to help open your eyes and see how wicked people are. You see, the thing with people in this society is they're self-righteous, man. And I've been reading Job, so I want to go there real quick, man. 35, 1 and 2. This is when Elihu was talking to Job, because Job was wondering why he was having so much affliction and wickedness come upon him. And this is what Elihu said. Elihu spake moreover and said, thinkest thou this to be right, that thou saidest, my righteousness is more than the Most High's? So what you want to really understand with that is Elihu's asking Job, what makes what you think is righteous above what makes the Most High righteous? You see, a lot of times people say, oh, I'm a good person. Why do these things happen to me? My grandma, man, she had a lot of stuff happen to her life. She's like, man, I'm such a good person. Why does this thing happen to me? Who told you that you're a good person? The Most High or yourself? I used to think I was a good person before I found the truth, but the Most High is the ultimate creator. He's the ultimate power. So what he says is good versus what you say is good is actually wickedness, because what does the Most High say? Leave a man to his own thoughts and he will follow after his lustful desires. When you look at the nature of a human being, they always want to do things to glorify themselves, make themselves seem right. And the only way that you can get the true knowledge and understanding of what is right versus what's wrong is when you hearken on to the ways of the Most High, you submit to the Most High's will and his laws and statutes and commandments, and you walk in the ways of his son, Yahweh Shai. If you're not doing this, regardless of what society tells you, what the government tells you, what these women tell you, what all these other people tell you, they are not righteous. They are wicked, because they are not following the ways of the Most High. And at the end of the day, you are not your own God. You niggas were created. You were not a creator. The Most High created you. So if the Most High gave you a certain specific set of laws and statutes that you need to follow, if you're not following it, it makes you wicked. And when you have a aura of wickedness, essentially you attract wickedness. Because let's go to Amos 3 and 3, man. Hey man, look, shout out to my boy Swint, shout out to my boy Dben, man. You know, they rubbing off on me, man. I'm getting the scripts on y'all boys, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the scripts on y'all boys. Let me see, man. Let me find Amos, man. Amos 3 and 3, man. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed? So when you had a lot of wicked people around you, when you had a lot of snakes and a lot of backstabbers around you, in your mind, you think that you're a good person. In your mind, you think that you know everything. In your mind, you feel like you're justifiable to whatever's going on around you. But if you're having wicked people around you, more often than not, it may mean that you're wicked. Now, there are times when the Most High will put, a deceiving spirit on somebody. He'll put a snake in the grass around you to test you. But as far as when people are actually being able to screw you over for money, screw you over for student loans, screw you over for house loans, screw you over for car loans, it's because you don't have a true and proper understanding of what's going on around you. And a lot of times it's because you are wicked in the eyes of the Most High. The Most High will bring you around more and more wicked people. I mean, let's just be real. The high-ranking Edomites, are they around righteous people, or are they all wicked? They all wicked. All the Masonic people, they're all wicked. And at the end of the day, the Most High is not dealing with any of those people, so the Lord does not have his protection. Because when you're walking with the ways of the Most High, when you're doing what you need to do, you following the Sabbath, you following the commandments to the best of your ability, you're praying, from time to time, the Most High would challenge you. I mean, even at the end of the day, the Most High is going to put us to the greatest affliction that we have ever seen. You see what I'm saying? But I'm talking about on a day-to-day basis. I'm talking about when it comes down to who you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, the women you're dealing with, the friends you're dealing with, your family you're dealing with. Let's go to Psalms 3 and 3. And I love Psalms, man. All you brothers need to check out Psalms, man. I just started reading it 2-3 days ago, man. It's beautiful. Shout out to King David, man. But all praise to the Most High first and foremost. But Psalms 3 and 3, it says, but thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of mine head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. I laid me down and slept. I awakened, for the Lord sustaineth thee. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against my roundabout. You see, you got to understand, who was David? He was the king of Israel, the most righteous kingdom in human history. And why was it righteous? Because it walked in the ways of the Most High, and the Most High blessed Israel. At the end of the day, Israel is above any other nation when it comes to righteousness, because we are the Lord's chosen people. You see what I'm saying? That's why he only gave his covenant to us, not Moab, not Ammonites, not the Amalekites, not the Hamites, you know what I'm saying? Not Edomites, none of them niggas. Them niggas ain't on our level. But only when we follow in the ways of the Most High. So getting back to what I was saying, is that David had the most prestige and glory out of anybody, more than Solomon, because he went through affliction day in, day out, wars day in, day out. You know, he had insurrections in his family in regards to his son trying to overthrow him. You know what I'm saying? He was at constant war. He fought Goliath. He fought a lion. He did a lot of things. You got to understand that. So the thing is he had a lot of people trying to come for his head. But what did it say? 3 and 6. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all my enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken upon the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people. And the blessing that the Most High has given you is that you will be blessed when you come in and when you go out, meaning that you will be blessed in all your dwellings. You will not fall for the constant BS that goes around us, the constant, looking around your around your shoulder, the constant thinking of like, man, is this brother really righteous? I'm gonna be honest with you. If a brother that you know is not in the truth, you cannot fully trust that man. You cannot fully trust that man, because regardless, he has some type of spiritual wickedness on him, and at any moment, Satan can come into that brother. Satan can use him, manipulate him, and get you to do certain things when it comes to sinning. And if you're not a brother on 10, if you're not a brother walking in the spirit, you're not going to be able to see what's going on. And a lot of times the people around you will lead you to your destruction. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, since I've gotten into the truth, I have less people around me physically. My friends are in California. My mom is in Jamaica. My grandma is in California. Most of my family's in California, and I'm in Houston. And there's only one brother that I just met 5 months in who is actually in the truth. Shout out to him. But he's the only one that I truly feel that I could trust. Because I'm gonna be honest, bro, when you get more and more enveloped in the truth, and you girdle your loins, man, you don't see this invisible loins on my body right now? You start to realize how wicked a lot of these people are, because now you understand what's wickedness from what's righteousness. You see, before you were just going off of what you felt was good. And don't get me wrong, there are people who are, just blatantly liars, blatantly committing adultery. Like, they just have no type of moral ground. But then also you got to understand there's a difference between what you believe is your moral ground versus what the Most High believes is his moral ground. So as you grow and go more into the truth, the same people that you thought had a good moral ground before you got in the truth, you start to realize how wicked they are, and the Most High exposes their real nature. I had a lot of brothers, I had a lot of people that I followed on YouTube, and as I got more and more into the truth, I realized, man, this nigga's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? He be lying, bro. He be he doesn't have no brotherly love. He's narcissistic as hell. He doesn't want to shout me out, bro. He don't want to post my page on the IG. When I was doing music, nigga didn't even respond to my comments, but I be on his thing, treating him good, giving the niggas super chats. And I started to notice over time, as I got more and more the truth, these people, the Most High, take them out. Most High, take out the trash. The Most High, take out the trash. To now today, what is today? I think it's April 26th. I don't have any people who, quite frankly, are like that. I have people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, whether it's my job or whatever the fuck I'm doing. But the people who are in my inner circle, who I give my secrets to, I give my knowledge to, who I help out, they have been eradicated from around me. And all the people who, quite frankly, are not fully in the doctrine, you always start to notice some shit about them. Either they'll be trying to manipulate you, they don't want to really give you that type of love. They got some type of lustful desire, some type of envy, some type of hate inside of them. And if I was to look at my life, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, bro, I was surrounded by complete snakes because I did not really understand what was going on around me. So before I was naive, And once these people started to fuck me over, then I myself became closed off and unwilling to trust anybody. But once I had the Most High and I left everything to the Most High and His will, that's when the Most High started to keep these righteous brothers, these brothers that I could send money to, and I'm not tripping if you're gonna pay me back. These brothers who, you know what I'm saying, I can ask upon, like, hey, yo, bro, I need some gas. You think you can help me out? The brothers who's willing to, you know, ride for my live stream, they support my music. I don't even be asking these niggas that, because we're the true righteous, bro. We're the true righteous. Everybody else in the world is wicked. And the thing is, you're not going to be able to see and define what true righteousness from wickedness is until you read this book, until you study the scriptures, until you watch the men of the Lord, you know, preach and break down what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I highly encourage a lot of you brothers to get more in the spirit, because the Most High is going to give you more and more blessings, you know what I mean? And I want to flip over to Psalm 17 and 13 through 15. So it says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. So what you got to understand with this scripture, when it says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Again, the Most High controls the wicked, man. I don't know if I can find that scripture, man, in Isaiah. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Where it says the Most High controls the good and the evil. I forgot exactly which one it is, but you brothers know exactly what I'm talking about. Because the Most High controls the good and the evil, the Most High is controlling Satan. So when the Most High is giving you these specific tests to overcome, when you have that righteousness on you, the Most High will give you a clue. You know, there's a brother that I'm cool with. I don't have no issue with him, but he's not very consistent. One day he's brotherly, the next day he's envious. One time he's reliable, the next time the nigga don't show up. And I'm not saying I got no issue with him, but the reason why he's so inconsistent is because he's inconsistent with his faith when it comes to the truth. You see, when you start to get into true knowledge, bro, every single person that's around you, based off of their faith in the doctrine, especially if they're Israelites, based off of their faith and what you're talking about, you start to notice they do these exact same behaviors in their life. If a nigga's inconsistent with the Bible studies and shit like that, a lot of times he's inconsistent with his word. If a nigga is lukewarm with the Bible study, a lot of times the nigga will be lukewarm with your relationship. One day he's acting cool behind closed scenes, but in public the nigga don't want to claim you. The nigga don't want to say, oh yo, that's my bro. If some niggas are contradictory, they might, or they're all over the place with the doctrine, a lot of times they might be all over the place with their plans. They want to live here, live there. Nigga live everywhere. Like this is Buzz Lightyear, dog. Like make up your damn mind. So you got to understand, and when you get more and more in the spirit, you'll understand that the Most High is placing these spirits on these people. And again, what does Amos 3:3 say? Can two walk together lest they be in agreement? So as your soul becomes more purified, it becomes more clean, it becomes more righteous, you'll only start to attract those people. And those other people who are around you that were kind of righteous, kind of wicked, or, you know, were falling down false devices, they don't believe in the doctrine, the Most High will separate those people from you. So that's why it's important for you brothers to meditate on this word daily, to, you know, give yourself up more to the Lord, fast longer, you know what I'm saying, read more scriptures, do these things, because as you do it, your spirit becomes purified. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why a lot of the people around you who quite frankly aren't in the scriptures, you know, they go off, I want to read 1 Peter real quick, and then I'm gonna leave the lesson on this because it's been a really powerful lesson. 1 Peter 5:8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So again, you know, obviously we understand who Satan is, but we also understand who the devil is when it comes to this society. That's the serpent, the spirit of the serpent. So when you understand and you realize that most people aren't in the truth on the right-hand path, they're following the left-hand path, which is of the serpent. Why do you think a lot of you brothers say, you know, Eve is stepping lock with the serpent, she's going down that path, and then Eve will try to lead you brothers down the ways of the serpent, down these Luciferian, these Luciferian beliefs. these satanic beliefs, these beliefs that quite frankly go against the Most High. You know, even with my bro, one of my bros was not in the truth. He was talking about how he snatched a chick, but before he smashed the chick, she was telling the nigga she was on her period, even though she was lying about it. And she caused this brother to do unrighteousness in the eyes of the Most High because he was willing to smash a chick on his period when you're not supposed to do that. You see what I'm saying? But because he doesn't have he hasn't girded his loins that the Most High is giving him. If he had the girded his loins with the Most High, she would either not said that, or she wouldn't have even made herself available in that moment, or he would have known to not do that and just to get head. But you gotta understand, when you don't have that protection of the Most High, he controls the good and he controls the bad. So when you don't have that protection, the Most High sees that you're not in the truth and in sincerity, you're gonna start to notice a lot of fuck niggas be around you, a lot of unclean people be around you, a lot of abominations in the sight of the Lord. And I'm not standing here and saying that if you don't partake in these acts that you're unrighteous because you're around these people, but it's not good for your spirit because the energy in the spirit is contagious. If somebody has a bad spirit and you always constantly around them, the Most High will put that spirit on you. Whereas if you have a more righteous spirit and they're being surrounded by more righteous and righteous people, then your spirit will transfer over to them. The Most High will give you the spirit because he's the one who's able to do these things in the specific moments that you need him to be. So if you brothers are dealing with a lot of fuck niggas, if you brothers are dealing with a lot of unrighteous brothers, people with unrighteous dealings, then you need to get more and more in the truth. Because as you get more and more in the truth, you pray to the Most High for protection, for forgiveness, for, you know, to put you in the right place with the right people at the right time. You'll start to notice over time that those people who are good for you, they're going to start to manifest. They're going to start to manifest. The women are going to start, not manifest, but they're going to start to be placed in your life from the Most High. They're going to start to be placed in areas, and you're going to start to realize that your life is much better, much clean. From a worldly standpoint, from a fleshly standpoint, it may not seem so, but on a spiritual standpoint, you got to the motherfucking stratosphere. So I hope I helped you brothers out, man. You already know, man. Be blessed. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. You already know we're going to the stratosphere, man. You feel me?